Hi, I'm Norin. Welcome back to the workshop. This week we're talking boring dust extraction. More specifically, as you probably saw in the title, this guy. My Festool CTL 26 dust extractor. Let's get into it. Okay, as I was saying a minute ago, I bought this dust extractor just over 3 years ago, almost to the day. I think it was the 2nd of September 2022 when I bought it. I'll put a link down below in the description or the pinned comment. I have some thoughts about it for anyone in the market for a dust extractor, not necessarily this one. I bought it with my own money. Nothing you see or hear about it is sponsored by anyone. These are just my own thoughts, opinions about it. Well, if anyone wants to sponsor me, get in touch, please. Let's get some boring facts out of the way. So, I paid, let me get this right, £416.66 plus VAT, which is 20% for the extractor. I also bought a long life filter bag for which I paid the princely sum of £99 plus VAT at 20%. All in, the dust extractor and the bag costed me £626. In today's money, works out about 840 US dollars, 841 almost. Now, why did you buy it? I hear you ask. Well, we have two other Festool dust extractors in the workshop, which lasted well over 11 years. I've used them for over 11 years now. So, yeah. They're still going. Point for Festool, definitely. Now, not everything is sunshine and rainbows. You will see, like I said, they're just my opinions, but Okay, shall we start with the good bits? Let's get into it. Okay, so now for the good bits. As you may have seen a few minutes ago, I bought the 110 volt variant simply for site work in the UK. It's mandatory. Well, the first big plus point, I think, it's that it's made in Germany. You can't say that about too many things that we buy nowadays. The other big plus in my eyes, let me just show you. Nice big wheels. Makes it very, very easy to drag it around if needed. The biggest plus, in my opinion, is that it sucks dust, literally. Now, there's a filter, also keeps most, if not all, the dust out of everyone's lungs. It's not just mine, it's the people that sometimes I work around. A very big plus, this. Smooth, very smooth, long fabric hose, which doesn't catch into everything and anything, including air sometimes. I'm joking. Okay, now, a very, very, very important point is the 3 years warranty, which, as far as I'm aware, if your tools get stolen, I'll come back to that in a second. As long as you're in warranty, in the 3 years warranty that Festool offer, at least in the UK, and you have your receipts, I'm not entirely sure about the receipts if you have to have them. But as far as I'm aware, Festool actually replaces your tools free of charge, which, cheers for that, Festool. That's, yeah, very, very important. Now, by the way, in the UK, tool theft is, wow, completely out of control. Now, I'm on a few groups, tradesman groups on Facebook. I don't think there's a day going by where someone didn't get their tools stolen. Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting, I think. Well, as I said earlier, I bought it because of the very positive experience I've had with the other two smaller Festool extractors I've had access to. So yeah, hopefully this guy will last me 10, 11, 12 years. I hope I last as long. Another big plus, you have any other Festool 110 volt gear, the Festool Domino, sanders, and whatever else they're offering in their lineup, very easy to connect to. Yes, very true, not just Festool 110 volts, but the dust extractor starts automatically if you have a 110 volt tool connected to it. Now, you don't have to have 110 volt tools, you can use 240 volts, and then you just buy that Bluetooth connector button thingy. There's two parts to it. There's a button that gets mounted on the hose, and it has like a port on the extractor itself. You're off to the races. You don't have to have just 110 volt tools, depending on where you're working. If you're on site in the UK, 110 volts. If you're in the workshop, 240. Just start it up from the Bluetooth. Easy peasy. Now, the not so good bits. My biggest gripe, I hope I can show you. I'm actually going to open it up. It's here. Let me just get it closer and move the camera around a little bit. So as I was saying, build quality. In general, good. But around the 110 volt port, I'm going to try and actually open this up to show you what I've had to do. Now, Festool don't make the plugs that you connect in this port. I understand that, I know that. But this area here is flimsy. Now, all the cable pulling in and out, eventually will weaken the area around the port. And we have had it happen. I'll show you one of the other extractors we have in the workshop. We've repaired them numerous times. In my one specifically, just before the warranty expired, I think I did it about 6 months ago, I've actually had to go in and I've shaped a little bit of oak to strengthen it. Let me move you back up. Yeah, so I've shaped a little bit of oak and I wedged it in there, screwed it down just to help with that. Yeah. Okay, moving on swiftly. My other point, pain point, it's the fact that it has a 26-litre dust bag capacity. Now, the mounting point for the hose is, in my eyes, very, very low on the extractor. Let me show you that quickly. Now, I will show you the other hoses. and the way the hose connects to the extractor. But this, in my opinion, should have been higher up, because it seems that I can never actually fill up the bag. Yeah. Okay. So, two not so good points. Like I said, I will try to get into the 110 plug to show you that bit of oak I have shaped to strengthen it. It doesn't move now, by the way. It's solid. But yeah. Okay, now give me a few minutes. I'll set up some cutting to see how well it does. See you in a minute. Okay. Don't do what I'm about to do. I'm gonna wear a mask, hearing protection. This is just to show you what happens when you don't use a dust extractor. Right. But that's an enormous amount of dust. Now I'm gonna just clean up quickly, connect the dust extractor. Let's see the difference. Okay, so this was about a 300 millimeters long cut without dust extraction. I've tidied up a little bit. The dust bag has been emptied. I've emptied it just before this. Now let's see what results we get. Okay, here we go. Well, I think the results speak for themselves. Yes, there is some dust. Now, as you can see, I have a very high-tech solution. Here I've tried to cover the access hole for the nut that changes the blade. It seems to help with dust extraction. So there is some dust. It doesn't catch 100% of the dust, but the difference is, well, quite frankly, staggering. Okay, so without making this video 2 weeks long, what are my thoughts? Well, you don't have to buy this extractor. It's not cheap. It's actually quite expensive. But would I buy another one? Yes, definitely. Now, if you're at the beginning of your woodworking journey, maybe consider buying an extractor on the second-hand market. Try Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Craigslist in the US. I hear it's quite big, so just any of those places. What I'm trying to say is that yes, I would buy another one, simply because of the longevity shown by the other Festool dust extractors. You don't have to. In any case, use at the very least any form of extraction. Yeah. Just quickly, one of the things I know makes a lot of dust: MDF. I have a brand new 80 grit 3M Cubitron, bit of sandpaper on the sander. Let's just see how well it does with that. Okay, here we go. By the way, this is a 110 volt sander. Just connect straight up. I'm going to turn it on, the hoover will start. This is MDF, one of the worst things you can possibly send. Let me try and get the camera around. So 80 grit sandpaper. Hopefully you saw I wiped this little board I have here before. There is a little bit of fine dust left here. Now, I know what a sander can do with 80 grit paper. If you're not using dust extraction, I've seen it. Just please don't do it. Use dust extraction. Yeah. Well, I hope this has been eye-opening. That's it for me. I hope you have a great week making things. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.